So basically what I'm hearing right now is that Athela Akpin is considering offering MP in 3 first-round picks in exchange for Shep Owens. But, I mean, the organization is obviously, this like internal debate about whether the price is actually too high, but this is what it's looking like to actually get the deal done.
Thank you. It's about time. Bring Shep home.
You're wrong, Perk. They'd be giving up a huge haul for a player they could have drafted just a few months ago. If I'm team president Phil Boyer, I don't see how I can sign off on this. Are those picks all unprotected?
Well, obviously it sounds a little ridiculous, right? But, I mean, from what I'm hearing, yes, you're correct. But Othello Hopkins was told to quote, blow them away in order to make this happen.
Well, he did.
I'm sorry, but that's way too much. Am I the only one who thinks this is ridiculous?
Unfortunately, yes. And I'll tell you another thing. If Phil Boyer had let his GM do his job and draft the guy that he wanted in the draft in the first place, he wouldn't even be in this mess. Mistakes were made. Now clean them up.
How did they make a mistake? MP looks every bit the prospect Shep does right now. I don't see how you can justify this deal without admitting that your organization is actually just in complete disarray. This is a mess, all right, but it has nothing to do with MP.
Okay, I'm confused. Because what is this part about Phil overruling Othello?
Well, apparently Shep was Othello's guy before.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Because it always seems so personal to him. Like well beyond some sort of clash with Freddie.
Well, it's both. Look, I did some digging, and Phil hiring Freddie just kind of pushed him over the edge. Like, he wasn't your biggest fan, but once Freddie was hired, he was convinced that you were part of some plot to overthrow him.
Bro, this is insane, man.
Nah, it's kind of just Othello.
So what do we do now?
Do we have to do anything? I mean, that trade is literally crazy. Phil would never sign off on that. I mean, would he?
I don't know.
Seriously?
Look, it's hard to get a read, man. I mean, Boyer keeps his cards close to the vest.
So now it's hard for you to get a read.
Look, I know that this is stressful, MP, but we've got a plan. All right, this isn't unexpected.
All right, then what is it?
Othello has been using Nate to leak his agenda to the press.
Right.
So it's time we do the same thing.
And you've already done all the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
I mean, all the fans are on your side.
Mm-hmm.
The narrative of Othello having outdated methods has already been established. I mean,
right.
All we really have to do is tell your side of the story in full. It's time to chop his head off.
Wow, you just can't help yourself with
Well,
these
how am I the only one that's
metaphors.
excited? Our plan is working beautifully. I mean, we have Othello right where we want him.
Okay, I will set up a conference call with Nate. This is our ace in the hole. We'll tell him everything that's been going on behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Nate will publish those facts. National will pick up on that story, and we'll be golden.
And we use Nate because he's been the most critical of me up until this point.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We're at Tribal Council, and Othello is about to be voted off the island.
No. I'll let you know when the conference call is set up. Can you pay attention to your phone, please?
I'm looking forward to it.
So we talked about your acting experience in Uncut Gems. Now, we got to talk about Adam Sandler because he plays some pickup ball. How many points do you think he'd score on you today?
On Adam on me?
Yeah.
None.
None?
Like I am a retired player, but I'm not like a wash. I'm like, nah, I'll beat everybody in this room. Yeah.
I see you looking around.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, everybody in this room would get creamed. Yeah.
Especially Ronnie, too.
Obviously, both these teams love to attack the glass, rebounding, so that stat break could end up being a deciding factor here tonight.
There aren't going to be any free second chances tonight. These squads need to be ready to get physical and fight for every single possession.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. The defensive pair in the post, Mobley and Allen. Mitchell is out there with Reynolds. And it's Okoro in at the 3 slot. Here's Reynolds. This one for 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Diallo. Here's Cunningham. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Here's Reynolds. Mitchell in the corner. Another three for Cleveland.
And when he's hitting from deep, Mitchell's practically unguardable. Can't crowd him out there. He'll just drive right around you.
Cunningham passes to Diallo. We play just over a minute here in the first. Passes it to Duran. Just 4 to shoot. Over Allen. Duran, no good. Cleveland's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Reynolds passes to Now, here's Mitchell. Another three for Cleveland.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Pistons have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Diallo the pass to Stewart. And here's Cunningham. And here's Ivy. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Cunningham's shot is off.
A bit of a rut here early, just 1 of 4 so far.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit.
Now the Pistons for years have been just chasing away to try to get into the postseason, and it felt kind of like a rebuild, but here we are. They've assembled a real promising core of young talent.
Now here's Diallo. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And there's the pass to Ivy. And here's Cunningham. 5 to shoot. And off the glass. That one's good. They have. And the Pistons' win percentage last season about the same as the year before. But, Brent, that doesn't tell their whole story.
I appreciate that, Kevin. To provide some context for the Pistons, lots of injuries and COVID-related issues held them back. When they had health, they were close to a 500 team. So being young, being hungry, this squad is looking to take the next step.
No good on the triple. Cleveland with the ball. A 14-2 run over the last bit. Beyond the arc. Reynolds can't hit.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Shot good by Diallo.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And no quit. Just keep playing the right way. Stay aggressive and try to battle back.
Now, here's Okoro. His last outing, he had 8 points.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Cunningham with it. He's covered by Reynolds. Over to the left wing. Here's Ivy. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Dwayne Casey gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He told me defensively they have to stop dribble penetration, challenge the lobs at the basket, and generally make it difficult to get to the front of the rim. They don't want this to turn into a dunk fest because that will not end in their favor. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Here's Diallo. After the made shot from Reynolds. We had just about a half season behind us. The rankings are clearer than ever, Greg. You feel confident.
Injuries, other roster shakeups. There's just still so much that can happen and totally reshape those rankings.
Diallo hits them both. GA, it wasn't long ago that the Cavs were an afterthought in the NBA.
Well, not anymore. I mean, Cleveland has a tremendous young roster. They play some of the toughest D in the NBA, and they're only going to get better in the years to come.
Now, here's Okoro. Pass to Reynolds. The three. Nailed from three-point land. Reynolds has got 11 points.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable. Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Mitchell with it. Now defended by Cunningham. Shot's good by Mitchell.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Well, let's see if the lesson was learned from that loss. If they come out with the same type of effort, they can expect a similar result here.
Here's Mitchell following the basket by Cade Cunningham. Here's Reynolds, and another three for Cleveland.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Cunningham for 3. And the 3 ball is good. He's got 9.
And that's Cunningham coming back with the rapid response.
Reynolds passes to Mobley. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for Detroit, trailing by 13. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, so close in that one, but that's of no solace to the players. They played their hearts out.
Well, you want to respond in kind, but that last game, it was an effort that most of the time can get you a win. They ran into a tough opponent who was playing at a high level.
Here's Reynolds. He's coming off a 34-point game against Milwaukee.
And you could tell the defense was really nervous dribbling or passing the ball anywhere near him in that one. He took advantage of their indecisiveness continually throughout the night, racking up 3 steals.
Good on the triple. Reynolds has got 17.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Pass to Diallo. Back to Cunningham. Now Diallo. 14 points from him the last game against Phoenix. Pass to Duran. Here's Cunningham. Let's go. That one, no good. Cavaliers go the other way with it. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
Pistons trailed by 16. Cunningham passes to Diallo. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
Yeah, Cade hard to stop. He's got his motor revved high tonight.
Cunningham's gone even 50% from the field, 5 of 10. Out to the right wing. Reynolds passes to Mobley. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Here's Reynolds after the made shot from Evan Mobley. Reynolds passes to Okoro. Cleveland moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Here's Reynolds. And the 3 off target. Pistons have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Here's Cunningham, and then Cunningham with the dunk.
Young players just with these kind of moves are showing you that they're getting more patient on the inside, and Cade showed that time.
And Brent, what about the play of Cunningham?
Well, he had a solid first year in the league, especially with the added pressure of being the #1 pick. Kind of a tough situation playing in Detroit for a team that's exploring a lot of young talent. So not only do you have to perform, you have to find a way to lead. And I think the expectations around Cade Cunningham were fulfilled for the Detroit Pistons.
And here's Diallo. Following the three from Reynolds.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Okoro passes to Reynolds. To the paint, here's Mobley. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Greg, beyond the lottery picks, this Pistons team has a lot of young players looking to make a name for themselves.
Second-round picks are guys.
4 chances at the line, made them all.
For your Pistons, Isaiah Stewart. At the line for one.
Free throw good, Stewart. And you talk to the great ball handlers, and they say, Greg, that footwork is an underappreciated aspect of it. Why is that?
It's like a dance. You're eluding the defender mostly with your feet. The ball handling part is just making sure the ball comes along for the ride.
They've got Ivy. Cade Cunningham out there with Hayes. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Duran in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Pistons. And it's Hayes in the corner. Kicks to Ivy. Mitchell against Cunningham. Now the pass to Duran. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Here's Reynolds. He's got 20. To the middle. It's stolen. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rain Man. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
No, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there. Well, you look at the counting numbers for Cade Cunningham. He fills up a stat sheet. The key for him moving forward, though, efficiency.
Reynolds, good.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Pass to Hayes. Pass to Duran. Lobbed up there for Cunningham. Stolen by Wade. Mitchell looking it over. From outside the arc. And another. And you talk about Cade's efficiency. Greg on a struggling team, that can be a challenge.
Yeah, without great shooters around him, he's forced into taking tough shots or turnovers. And as the team improves, though, I think the percentages should come around.
Just 5 to shoot. And a wide open look for Cunningham. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Reynolds. He's got 23. He kicks it to Mitchell. And stolen by Ivy. Passes it to Cunningham. Good on the three-point shot. Cunningham's got 5 points in the quarter.
First 3 of the quarter and 3rd overall, guys. The defense might want to step up just a little bit on him from this point on.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
And with Ivy, he gives you the physical traits you want at guard. Long, strong, athletic, lots of upside.
Diallo, he's checked in for Hayes. A switch here also for Cleveland. Mobley's checked in. Cleveland leading by 8. Mitchell with it. 18 points for him. And he comes up with the deuce. And Ivy especially effective in the open floor.
Outstanding burst and speed, plays with a high motor, and he's always in attack mode.
It's good.
And Cunningham looking confident down low, just understanding if he takes his time, he can get the job done.
Reynolds passes to Mobley. Here's Reynolds. In the corner, Okoro with it. Just 5 on the clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Reynolds, good.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Cunningham finds Diallo. Now, here's Duran. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Suns in Phoenix. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Duran's got 6 points.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Reynolds. He's got 26. Inside. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, got to do a little bit more than that to stop Allen there. He's solid at shaking off the hit and still making the shot.
And there's one area where the Cavs have been very good the past few seasons. That's the draft. They've made some terrific picks in terms of personnel.
Now, here's Okoro. Defense right on him. The IGA they have, and the draft's been essential to the rebuild effort in Cleveland.
And they've been so smart about it. You look at the guys they brought in.
Dominating first half of basketball. And so far.
End of the first half. With the score, your Pistons, 58. The Cavaliers, 76.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been a clinic out there by Rainman.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
On the court for Cleveland. In at small forward, in power forward. It's Okoro and Mobley. Donovan Mitchell is out there with Reynolds. And it's Allen in at the 5. And the layup falls. 11 points in the game.
And the coaching staff and this team, they count on Allen for those second chance opportunities, so he collects 2 more.
Picked him clean. Reynolds passes to Okoro. And there's Mobley, and that's good on the assist from Okoro. And that's 10 points for Evan Mobley. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rainman. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mobley's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
To the inside, here's Cunningham. On his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket. Shooting a healthy 60% tonight.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Cunningham with it. Now guarded by Reynolds. Here's Ivy. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Reynolds. The Cavaliers leading by 22. Mitchell outside. With the floater. And he sinks the layup. Mitchell's got 26.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And a drive like that one can be a knockout punch. Great finish at this juncture.
Here's Ivy. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And one of the best guard finishers. Ivy relentless when attacking the rim.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And Brent, let's talk about the Detroit Pistons. Missing the playoffs over the recent stretch. Not what this franchise is really used to.
No, they've only made the postseason twice in the last 13 seasons. And, of course, in the early part of the century, they rattled off 8 straight appearances, including that championship in 2004 that upset the Lakers. So still looking for a return to relevance, but they made some great moves in the draft. They may be on their way.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Reynolds. 26 points for him. And Mobley throws it down.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. You look at Rain Man. What a contribution.
The defense has to take the ball out of his hands. He's just knocking down every three-pointer he takes right now.
We got T-shirts. It's coming at you. So make some noise. You don't want one. Make some noise.
Cleveland on defense. Ivy. Here's Cunningham. Plenty of space. And Reynolds pulls it down.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
The pass to Okoro. Here's Reynolds. 5 on the clock. There's the triple. Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Pass to Ivy. Back to Cunningham. Mobley with the block. Now here's Okoro. He's guarded by Diallo.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Cunningham finds Diallo. It's Cunningham with the drive. Mobley with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mobley. Cavaliers making a switch here. Wade's checked in. And here's Diallo. 6 points for him. Shot clock at 5. Looking to end the run. And it's good on the way in. Diallo's got 8 points.
And not sure what you can do with a guy like that. With his handles, he can just take defenders to school.
Here's Reynolds. He's got 29 points. Wade, good.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Stolen away. The feed to Wade. Over Stewart. Here's Mobley, and Mobley throws it down.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
13-5.
Cunningham passes to Diallo. Pass to Duran. Now Stewart. Wade is covering. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, at 6'8", 250, Isaiah Stewart, that's a lot of man to handle.
At the line for Detroit.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And a couple years ago, the NBA schedule. Think the NBA will ever shorten the number of games long-term and go back to that number?
I don't know, Kevin, but this idea of the mid-season tournament seems to be gaining more and more traction, and there's a lot more interest in what it would do to the competitiveness of the middle part of the season. And I think we're all for something like that, where something's on the line and we see guys elevated in that element.
Wade outside. Down low, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, another turnover. The guys on the whole, I think they've done a great job of running their offense without too many miscues.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Nerlens Noel checks in for Duren. Marvin Bagley comes in for Isaiah Stewart. Alec Burks checked in for Ivy. And Hayes subbed in for Cade Cunningham. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Not that long ago, of course, the analytical team shot way more three-pointers, and they found a temporary edge. But now every team shoots a lot of threes, and it's more about personnel. When it's a superstar shooting the ball, that mid-range jumper can be very efficient. Guys?
And DA, we see it all the time. Brandon Ingram with the New Orleans Pelicans. KD. The two players in Phoenix with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. DeRozan in Chicago. We'll hit those all day long. David, thank you. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the three ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Reynolds. No good on the three. The Pistons have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far.
And Killian Hayes, born in America, yet didn't play high school basketball. That's unheard of.
Substitution on the court.
Passes it to Ivy. Now, here's Burks, defended by Reynolds. Now, here's Burks. He's covered closely.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Ivy is out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then there's Alec Burks. Then it's Cade Cunningham. And it's Duren in at the center position. That's the group for Detroit right now. Ivy passes to Duren. Now Burks. Misses from short range. Here's Reynolds. Imanu Ginobili, recently inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame, and you won a couple rings with that guy. Give us some memories you can share about the great Ginobili.
Oh, man. Manu is absolutely one of my favorite teammates of all time, Kevin, and one of the most delightful people that you ever could be around. I just think about the practices and the plane rides and him just joking around, and then something happens. He gets on the floor, it gets into the fourth quarter, it's time to win, and it's basically Manu Ginobili time. So I'm thrilled that he's in the Hall of Fame, and he deserves every bit of it.
Once again off the mark by Cleveland. The Pistons have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Burks kicks to Ivy, and the pass to Duren. Here's Stewart. Wade is covering. And good that time.
Shooing off all the contact, Stewart able to get through with an aggressive play.
Rubio outside. Here's Reynolds from downtown. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
For three,
Reynolds has got 38 points.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Cunningham passes to Ivy. Here's Burks. The Cavaliers pull it in. Wade's got 7 rebounds in the game.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead. And you can see that quick twitch athleticism. Ivy is likely to spend a lot of time at the line in this league.
And that one falls for Ivy. And the media is able to vote on awards like All Rookie, but Greg, those awards can end up determining a player's max salary. Any concern there?
No doubt there is, but somebody has to decide those awards, right? And no matter who it is, there's always going to be some pushback. So as long as contracts are tied to them, that power will be in someone else's hand.
Right side, Joseph kicks it to Ivy. Pass to Knox. Here's Livers to the wing on the left. Joseph has an open look. The putback, and it's Osman with the rebound. Cleveland controlling the game. Here's Reynolds. Driving in. An easy 2 points on the layup. Reynolds has got 40 points.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points. Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Here's Reynolds. He's covered by Joseph. Reynolds passes to Lopez. Count that bucket. Lopez has got his first 2 points.
Comfortable shooting close to the basket. The size Lopez possesses gives him confidence down low.
Pass to Ivy. Back to Joseph. And the shot goes in.
Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
No, showing off a little bit on that one. That's a play when your coach goes, no. Okay, good play. Get back on defense.
Lopez left side. Knocked loose. 6 on the shot clock. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Cleveland.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Rain Man.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Greg, you think of everything that goes into making it to the NBA as a player. Did it come easy for you, or was it all work?
It's easy, really, to overlook the grind, but when you love the game, all those hours in the lab don't feel quite like work. At least not until you start getting a little longer in the tooth.
Back to Knox. Fires for 3. He can't get that one to fall. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Passes to Stevens. Now here's LeVert. There's the pass to Reynolds. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. 45 points for Rain Man.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. LeVert the pass to Reynolds. Pass to Osman. Lets it go with a 3. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Here's Reynolds. And another three for Cleveland.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. A resounding victory.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks.
So, how you feeling, big guy? You nervous?
I wouldn't say nervous, but, I don't do stuff like this normally, so I am kind of.
Okay, well, we're doing this on speakerphone, so if you need any help, we'll be jotting down some answers on our phones so we can show you.
More like suggestions. It's most important for you to handle this in a way that feels comfortable for you.
Mila, I really appreciate your support,
Yeah.
I know, battling it out in the press isn't how you want to go about it. But...
As soon as you made a decision, I was on board. I trust you.
Hey, I really hate to interrupt
I'm
this
here for you
tender,
always.
touching moment, but Nate is waiting on line 1 right now.
How long has he been on hold?
20 minutes. What? But I just wanted to make him squirm a little bit.
Look, we're giving him a huge scoop. He can wait all day long if he has.
You guys are so devious. You know that?
It comes with the package. But look, focus up, man. You ready to do this?
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right. Hey, Nate, I'm here with MP.
Great. For a minute, I thought you forgot about me, but MP, how you doing, man?
I'm great, man. I'm looking forward to setting the record straight.
Anonymously.
Yes, of course. And as far as readers are concerned, this is coming from a source familiar with the organization's thinking. Is that what we're talking about?
Perfect.
Okay, good. Okay, let's see. MP, so why don't you start with telling me about Othello's relationship with Freddie Novak?
Okay, so I haven't really seen them interact with each other much, but from what I understand, Othello is convinced that Freddie is angling for his job.
Wait. So it's not just about the PR initiatives?
Nah, I'm told it goes way beyond that, Again, you'd have to double check all this, but apparently Othello is paranoid about Freddie's relationship with Phil Boyer, and ever since Freddie was hired to help smooth things over between me and the fans, Othello has been telling people that he thinks he's on his way out.
This is good stuff. I mean, is there any truth to it, though?
Not as far as I know, but Freddie probably wouldn't mention it to me. But I don't get the sense that he's trying to do something like that. He's a real down-to-earth guy. He knows where his strengths lie and tries to empower those around him. He's just not that kind of person that would try to get a GM fired. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. So has the paranoia showed up in other aspects of Othello's work that you're aware of?
Yeah. Well, first of all, he rejects everything he thinks can even remotely connect him to Freddie. Like, Freddie's a big analytics guy when it comes to the marketing segmentation and that sort of thing. And even though he has nothing to do with the basketball analytics department, Othello has completely shut him out in an attempt to undermine Freddie.
I mean, you gotta excuse me. I just find this so comical. But let me get straight. Let me just get this straight. So he's not a fan of teammate grades.
Nah, he can't stand them, man. Actually, he said they're a complete and utter nonsense. But that's just one of the many examples. He's not GMing from a place of trying to help the team anymore. He's literally trying to save his job.
This is some pretty explosive stuff, man. But while we're at it, is there anything else I should know about?
Yeah, at the end of the day, man, Attila Akpim is a good man who just lost his way. You know, he's worried about his job security. That's why he's making